Often unseen, welders are the skilled men and women dedicated to working on all types of industrial, manufacturing, and construction applications, from high-rise buildings to bridges, cars, ships, airplanes, and nearly everything in between. Welding is an essential part of our everyday lives.
Welding's used in every single aspect of your life. You might not see it, but it's there. From the cell phones that you have, to the buildings that you're in, even your home to the building that you work in, to the airplanes that you get on, the car that you drive. Welding's used in every single aspect, even though you don't see it. Welding is such a fine art. We utilize welding to join two metals together to create something. And the different types are MIG welding, TIG welding, stick welding, spray transfer, to thermal laser cutting and joining and welding, and all the way across the board. Welding's in everything.
Today, there is more demand for welding personnel than there are skilled workers to fill those jobs. There's no question that the world needs more welders. With numerous opportunities to specialize and grow, welding offers many paths to successful, rewarding careers.
I don't know how many times I've heard, I didn't even know anything about welding, or I thought welding was dirty and I thought it was for men, and there are these stereotypes that even young girls still have in their mind. What I do is I give them an opportunity to safely learn how to use tools, plasma cutter, welder, power tools, and then from that, some of those girls and women have gone on to pursue full-time classes at the college, or they're serious about getting a certificate or a degree in welding. So these are future welders out there that, you just have to light the spark, and then they find that passion inside of them.
Welding's impacted my life in a couple of different ways. First way was in Iraq in 2005. I was injured in Iraq by a double-stack anti-tank mine, and the only reason why I'm still here is because one of my Marines knew how to weld, and we knew that we needed to weld more plates of armor onto our Humvees. That's the reason why I'm still here. For workshops for warriors, we train veterans in how to get into welding careers. So we do a 16-week training program for veterans to get them into the welding careers, as well as advanced manufacturing, because you can't have advanced manufacturing without the welders, and the welders without the machinists. That's very impactful for me because I get to see the shift and the change in the individual's life whenever they graduate and they get that job, working in the industry that they want to work in. Plus, it's a very good industry to work in. You're getting paid very, very well to be a welder.
The American Welding Society strives to move the industry forward in both thought and action. From membership to training and certification, the American Welding Society continues to help and support millions of industry professionals.
The American Welding Society began about 100 years ago. Its impetus was World War I. Machinery, and especially machinery for the war effort, needed to be reproduced quickly and safely. And out of that effort for World War I, President Woodrow Wilson appointed Comfort A. Adams, who was our first president of the American Welding Society, to lead that effort. After that war effort took place, they came to realize that welding had many, many different facets and applications in industry. So out of that came the American Welding Society that brought forth a lot of the welding technology that we see today. When I look at the American Welding Society, I really look at everything that we do around the reason that we exist, our purpose. And our purpose is really to protect and improve lives. And the way that we do that is creating a neutral forum where people from industry and from all over the country and even the world can come together and share information and put together standardized approaches. So in that manner, we actually have created conferences, education and training programs, certifications, standards, exhibits, all that are meant and intended to create a platform where people can have that conversation.
I've seen the value of becoming a certified welding inspector because the quality of our craft welding is very important. Without having the ability to control a weld in any fashion isn't a good thing. I'm very thankful that I was lucky enough to go through that process, pass that test, and take advantage of all of the opportunities that are available to me now.
As a board member, vice president, we're able to open the doors for industry, bring counsel to them, and create a unity between those of us that are volunteers. We have full-time jobs. Our goal is to help industry better understand it, allows industry to mentor us to teach, train, develop those from within industry so they can take their next step. When I look back at growing up in the industry, over the 40 years I've found that mentors, counselors, those that spoke life into me is what kept me on pace, on track, and brought us to where we are today.
The future for the American Welding Society is going to be a lot like its past. A continued evolution of engaging technology, looking to the future for what's coming down the pike in terms of not just welding technology, but embracing technology, how we deliver information and share information with our members, with our industry partners, and with the leaders in the welding industry. So as we look forward to the future of AWS, we're going to be looking at the market and how we better understand it. We're going to be looking at what technologies and information sharing are out there and how we can bring that to the local level for our members.
To learn more about the American Welding Society, visit aws.org.